Digital comics will save comic books. Oh, that's depressing. Charlie here. Sorry I've been gone for such a long time. I was in a far off place getting rockets launched at me. So, yeah, that was interesting. So, while I was away, I guess a thing that starts with a C and ends in a 19 decided to wreak havoc upon everything. And we decided to shut all of our businesses down except for Walmart and Target for some odd reason. And comic book stores are naturally closed, so everybody was saying, oh, this is a death nail for comic books. They're not going to be making comic books anymore. They're not going to be printing them. And digital comic books are going to save comic books. No, I'm sorry. Comic books are a tactile hobby. People like to collect them, they like to hold them in their hands. And as by Marvel closing down their digital store and going directly to Comixology, this pretty much tell you that no, people are not flocking to digital comic books to purchase them. That's not saying that there's not a place for digital comic books. A lot of people get their starts in digital comic books. I will be getting my start in digital comic books sometime in the future here. Um, so yeah, that's just not a thing. Uh, I wish it was, but I don't go out on my way to buy digital comic books. I did when I was little go out on my way to buy actual floppy comic books, even other types of books. Not to date myself, but I even went out and bought some books that I didn't even like because I wanted to complete the series and I wanted to have them all. So it's just one of those things. Yeah, it's depressing. Um, and I try to think of whose fault this is, whether it's the publisher's fault, whether it's the fans' fault, whether it's Comicsgate's fault. And it's actually none of those three's fault for the state that comic books are in. Um, Not even digital. That's really wasn't even ever a thing. The real reason that comic books are in such a dire state is because of the actual stores. The stores did not cultivate customers. They didn't demand better products. Like if I had a product, I was a toy store, and one of my products was killing children, I'd be like, are you serious? I can't sell this. This is killing children. You have to come up with a better product and pay for all the damages that you've done by killing children. Yeah. Bad example, but it's the fact of the matter is that it was the store's fault. They were gatekeepers. They refused to sell to people. There's plenty of YouTube videos of people being outed as not liking a particular type of comic book, but still wanting to go in and buy comic books and not being allowed to buy them. Um, yeah, the comic book stores are the reason that we're in this predicament, and digital is not gonna save anything or anybody. Um, it's just one of those it's one of those things. It's a nice addition. Like if you want to just like pick up on a story cheaply, or you want to maybe like see if you like a comic book before you go out and purchase it at full price. Um, but yeah, digital's not gonna save anything, and it's the store's fault. They should have worked hard. I do have to say though that I don't think the doomsayers are correct. I think comic book stores are going to close, and a lot of them are going to close because they're run by uh, man babies, or well, whatever you call a woman baby, um, that don't know how to run stores correctly. Um, but one of the comic book stores, I live in a weird area where there's actually a lot of comic book stores by me. Um, and one of the comic book stores is reaching out. Like I almost get an email every day from them saying, hey, listen, we have curbside pickup. All of our new releases and backstock are online. Come to our website and purchase it, and we'll just bring it right out to you. And I'm like, that is brilliant. And they want customers and they want to stay in business. Now, whether they're going to be selling comic books or moving over to Funko Pops or whatever, I don't know. But yeah, so yeah. digital comic books ain't gonna save nobody. Um, they're a nice medium. They do have a place in comic books. Some digital comics actually some comics, excuse me, will start digital and then transition over. That's the model that I'm actually gonna be working on, but I don't want to get too much into that. But it's gonna be awesome. Yeah. Oh, and I forgot to say this in the beginning, but I'm gonna say it at the end. I want to give a shout out to Jason Johnson. He provided the new art for the channel that you see, the Combat Rabbit. When I was overseas in a place that shall not be named, and morale was really low for us because we were away from our families and rockets were coming in. I almost got killed a couple times. He stepped in and he made some art for us to pick up on morale, and he was Johnny on the spot. Like he was like, I don't know, he's a super talented image artist, and like he's like, hey, yeah, no problem, man, I'll forget. And it was like day turnaround. So if you have the opportunity to work with him, I highly suggest you do. He's fantastic. I also want to give a shout out to Just Some Guy. He gave me the inspiration to change my channel a little bit. I'm still gonna do some of the other stuff, comic book reviews, live stuff like that, where I actually like point out stuff in the comic book that I like. But just ramblings like this, I felt a new medium was needed. So yeah, I'm back. Comic books aren't gonna go anywhere. Digital's not gonna save it. Comic books might get smaller, but they're gonna be around. It's a special thing when a kid gets hooked on comic books, because it's just, I don't know. It happened to me when I was young, and it was awesome. I remember walking into the store. One of my friends took me. I had like $3-4, maybe $5 at the most, and the guy that ran it, he like came around, he like pointed stuff out. I didn't know anything about comic books. I didn't know about the X-Men. And he was like, oh, look at this stuff there. So needless to say, I think that store will probably stay in business too, although I think they moved. So yeah, I'm back. Comic books will be around, thanks to Comicsgate, since we're rocking it. And just keep at it. And if you're feeling a little low and depressed about your first world problems, just remember that I came from a place where the biggest priorities were eating and not getting raped and not getting killed by a bomb. Yeah, so you guys have a good one. If you want to subscribe, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to get notifications of new videos, which I'll start trying to do new videos more often, hit the bell for notifications. All right, let's let you guys go. You guys have a good one. First video back. We have a good time. Later.